What is up guys, I'm back again with another video. In today's one we'll be discussing 10 digital art mistakes you're making as a digital artist, and this is the beginner edition coming up. So the number one mistake which naive artists do is usually new artists take colors way too lightly and focus majorly on line artwork. And this problem not only happens in the coloring in the foreground but also in the background as well. First of all, coming to the background, they either draw a background completely black or completely white, irrespective of the color or the tone of the image they are going for. The easiest example is shown in front of you on the screen. Just tell me which picture looks more clear and vibrant to you. Obviously, it's the one with the white background, because the tone of the character itself is too dark, so putting it in a white sort of background creates a contrast between the background as well as the foreground. Unlike the second one, which has both a dark background as well as a dark foreground. So you have to be very conscious about whether your foreground and your background colors are totally going with each other or not. Now coming to the foreground. When coloring the artwork, we people might get little crazy with colors because unlike traditional artwork, digital art have almost infinite choices of colors over there, and you can just access them with just one mouse click. And this creates a problem of massive inconsistent colors. As any beginner which is unaware of this fact that colors should go with each other may fill their sketch with a whole set of randomized colors all over the place. The easiest way to solve this problem is to make a palette of colors which you think might go well with each other and stick to them throughout your painting or your digital artwork. Over expecting from your brushes. So people usually switching from traditional art to digital art usually have this tendency of thinking that all the magic they're seeing in a finished digital artwork is coming from the brushes, and everything you're seeing on your screen is done by a specific brush. And this causes them to go batshit crazy, and they start asking for different sort of brushes, their downloadable links on any artistic forum whatsoever, because they slowly and steadily start to rely on brushes instead of actually improving their art skills to create beautiful and aesthetically pleasing digital artwork, not knowing your tools. So basically what they do is, okay, there is my line brush, there is my fill tool, there is my eraser, let's start drawing. Because what else can get wrong? Because I've already used Microsoft Paint, the tools look pretty much similar. What's the need of actually learning about the other options, other tools and other settings? So the problem of this kind of approach or mindset is, the basic tools will always provide you some basic results, and there may be chances that after using a particular sort of way of drawing for months, you just realize that there was a much more easier, like 1,000 times easier method of doing a particular thing in your digital artwork, and you could have easily used it if you would have watched a goddamn video. By the way, have I mentioned that I'm already covering a basics of Krita tutorial series on my channel? If you're interested, by the way, you can actually go into the description. There will be a link provided over there as well as I will be providing a annotation somewhere over here so that you can just go on and watch it as well. Overusing white color. Using a white or a pure white color excessively in your scene or your digital artwork is the most naive mistake you can do as an artist. As you might not even notice, but pure white color is quite inexisting in real life. So if you're going for a realistic or a semi-realistic approach of digital artwork, don't use pure white. It might sound pretty stupid, but that's the truth. It's so rare that it can only occur in your scene in case you have a strong light emitting source like candles, sun, moon or fire. Not using a reference picture, or I would personally call it being a nice guy in artwork. People have this tendency of resisting digital artwork while actually making digital artwork. What I'm trying to say over here is, whenever they try to draw something digitally, they try to draw it on a single layer with no concept art, no references, just like traditional artwork. So my personal advice would be, stop being a nice guy and start cheating on art. By the way, cheating is kind of a satire over here. Working along with burnouts. Burnouts during long weekly sessions of artwork are pretty common among artists. People even tend to feel burnouts within 1 or 2 hours of continuous drawing or sketching. And in such condition, I'll recommend you to not continue working on that particular art piece. Rather than, you should just take a 5 or 10 minutes break, But still, if you're working as a freelancer and you have a particular deadline to complete a project, I will recommend you to have a playlist of your favorite songs and all the favorite podcasts which you want to listen while working. I will recommend you to use Spotify or any other audio streaming platform while drawing, because it will definitely keep your insanity under control. Making a blank start. Most of the beginner artists out there have this problem of starting their illustration with almost no idea, complete blank canvas and a complete blank mind. The major problem with this approach is that if you don't have an idea beforehand, you won't have a particular direction for taking your illustration towards it. And even if you're able to make something out of it, it would lack that impact which a planned artwork which already had a sort of a predefined concept art in your mind would have created. Not using the right equipment. Basically, for a beginner artist, the best equipment will be any beginner level drawing tablet and any open source painting or photo editing software. For selecting a software, there should be only one simple criteria: the most effective and the most suitable. So basically, selecting a drawing tablet as your hardware is totally up to you, your budget, your convenience. But since you're new to digital artwork, I won't recommend you to get a hold on those software bundles provided by Adobe, because they are ridiculously expensive for no reason, especially for beginner artists. Getting obsessed with the trends. Don't get me wrong here. There is nothing wrong in following trends, because I do it all the time. Just look at this video right now. I'm making a video on a format which is already successful and already created by somebody else. Plus, I'm a caricaturist, so I have to create caricatures of famous and trending celebs and movies now and then to stay relevant on social media. But getting so obsessed with a particular trend or the ongoing trend that you stop discovering and trying out something outside your space or outside that particular trend is something which can harm you a lot. Not doing something which will hone your skills, which will make you a better artist just because it's not in the trend, is something I just want you to avoid. Searching for your art style. Now this is something controversial, isn't it? I know everyone out there is searching for an art style right now, as there are dozens of videos out there addressing the issue and finding an individual's art style. And almost every single one of these videos is doing a fantastic job of telling an individual why they need an art style and how they can find an art style. But I have a small problem with this. Just hear me out over here. Having an art style should not be a primary goal of a digital artist. Because for an amateur artist, a more important goal should be on drawing more and more digital artwork. Because according to me, art style is a sum total of your creative thinking and all the art skills you possess. And in case no matter how good your thinking or your artistic creativity in your head is, if you don't have those skills to execute them on paper or any other medium, it's simply not going to work. So instead of focusing or searching for art style, people should actually start focusing on more and more practice, more and more drawing, whether they are just exact replica of their favorite artist or they're coming up with something unique and something never seen before. So instead of searching for a goddamn art style, just start drawing something. So yeah, this is it for today's video, and I hope these 10 points I mentioned and the mistakes I mentioned, which were done either by me or I saw people doing in a very big number, can be avoided by you after this video as a beginner artist. So yeah, if you have any questions, comments or suggestions, you can comment down. Even if you don't agree with some of my points, you can mention them in the comment section as well. So yeah, this is it for today's video. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, peace.